Did someone develop a little bit of a crush? That's very unfortunate. Did you ever play Does He Love Me, Does He Love Me Not with like flower petals? No, you never really got outside much. Never got to play in the woods or in the wilderness. What would you do all the time when you were a little kid? Just screams. It's okay. I myself would scream on the inside if that was my reality. Here, I want you to just pluck a couple of these little petals, one by one, like that, and just toss them away. And each time you pluck out one little petal, as such, I want you to repeat after me. He loves me. He loves me not. 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 Okay? Okay. So, I want you to start pulling the little petals. Proceed until you end up running out of petals. Try not to grab too many at the same time. It'll ruin. What was that? Oh, I said it would ruin the true answer. You were pulling it a little aggressively. I see that you're quite, how would you say, unsure? Perhaps a little nervous. Well, let's begin your little procedure then. First and foremost, I think it's very important that at the beginning of any crush, any new adventure, you could say, that we take photos, copious amounts of photos, as a means to capture the before and after. Yes, I think it's very important to do the whole before and after, because otherwise, you won't understand what it was that you lost or what changed inside of you, what fractured beyond recognition, what damage has now been done, what life has now been lost within your soul. Every time you have your heart broken, a little piece of your soul gets fractured and is now no longer recoverable, and it's like a little broken shard of glass turned into sand, really. It's really tragic, honestly. Yeah, it is. Gone are the days where it was just one... What was that? Nothing. Let us begin. So, stay very still for me. I'm going to be grabbing my camera, and I'm just going to be adjusting some of these settings. I really want to capture the mood, the ambiance, the vibe that I'm really getting from you. Yeah. I really just want to capture your aura. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, I want you to just take a deep breath in for me, please. Take a deep breath in. Okay. And take a deep breath out. Actually, wait a minute. Take a deep breath out. Okay. Very good. And 3, 2, 1. Yep. I can see little glimmers inside of your eyes. We'll see if they remain. Now, I want you to once again take a deep breath in for me. A nice deep inhale. And now take an exhale for me. Out, 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 out. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I think we've captured it. Perhaps we take another one. Okay, let's take one more. So I'm gonna just change some of these settings here. I really just want to see if we can get as many perspectives, or sort of like definitions as to how I'm seeing your face right now. As it is currently stated, it'll definitely ebb and flow depending on what happens. Now, okay, take a deep breath in for me, please. Okay, very good. And deep breath out. Mm-hmm. Right, right, right. And 3, 2. Very good. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to be doing you a little favor now. I'm going to be, unfortunately, just cleaning your brain a little bit. I'm going to be just popping the noggin open. I'm going to be removing the brain. I'm going to be reprogramming it, giving it perhaps a good little wash, and then I'm going to be popping it back into your head. I'll take maybe 2 more photos, and then we'll see how you embark upon this new journey. Okay. Oh, and I'm also going to be checking its pulse, seeing what I can hear inside of your brain. I just want to make sure that it's all nice and, working as is supposed to work, essentially. So, stay very still for me. This should not be painful. Shouldn't be painful in the slightest. Sorry, I have some knots inside of my hair. It needs to be attended to. Nonetheless, I'm going to just be asking you to stay very still for me. I'm just going to give you a good little boink. Okay. Okay. All right. Stay very still for me. I'm going to give you another little work around over here. Okay. Very good. All right. I'm going to just give it a little bit of a pop, just so that way it'll kind of pop open. Sometimes it works that way. If it doesn't, then I'll just give this a little tweak and just kind of like scrape it upwards. That'll be a little more tender, you could say, because it's going to require more effort. So stay very still for me. I'm going to give you a little boink first. I'm just going to give you a good little tap on the head, just a tiny one. I'm afraid it didn't open. We're going to have to do a little bit of a scrape, but fret not, it's just going to be a little tender. It's going to feel a little bit warm. It's going to be a little bit, it's going to feel like warm honey sort of like dripping down over your skull. So stay very still for me. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to give this a little bit of a scrape. Just to kind of pop it open real quick. Stay very still for me, please. I'm just going to give this. Okay. Alrighty. I think now I can retrieve your brain. Give me one moment. No, yeah, I think I can get it nice and open and just up that nice. Okay. Stay very still for me. You're gonna feel just a little bit of sensations, I guess, right here on the skull. Just momentarily, really, as I just sort of collect this unnecessary organ from your skull. Do you feel a little bit of pressure? No? Okay, cool. I got your brain. So now I'm going to just be... Okay. Going to be just listening to the thoughts inside of your head. Okay, shh. Okay. Right. Okay. These will change very soon. Okay. Interesting. Fascinating. Okay. Very nice. Okay. I'm going to give this a little bit of a burst of wind just to kind of clear it off. Give me one moment. Okay. I'm going to give this a little burst of wind. I'm going to be putting it into the occipital lobe. First, going to insert that right there. Shh. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Just Just a little more. A little more. Okay. It seems nice and fresh. Okay. Give me one moment. Okay, now. Here it is. The remote controller. I needed to reprogram it a little bit. Okay. Just going to input this new data into. Can I put this battery inside of your brain just to get a little more energy? Pop this open. Put that right there. And now we have to just sort of reprogram that a little bit. I wonder how this broke. Unless just a little more air. Just to remove a little bit of the particles. Unnecessary. There we go. Okay. I'm going to be putting this right back into your head right now. Stay very still for me. I'm just going to be putting this right there. Very good. And now I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a bonk. Just to kind of like put the skull right back into its place. Stay very still. It's just going to be a tight, neat little tap. Okay. I need to do another one. And just a couple of little tiny taps. Just a couple of little tiny taps. Okay. Now. Okay. Let's do a little photo op now. Stay very still for me once again. Okay. Stay very still. I'm just going to give you a nice little photo. Take a deep breath in for me. Very good. And take a deep breath out. Okay. And nice. It seems like you're quite freshly composed. So, let's take one more just to confirm. Take a deep breath in for me, please. And out. Okay, and very good. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see how this little journey of yours goes. If it tends to be a little turbulent, you could say, please do return and we will document the process. Okay? Very good. Alrighty then. In that case, good tidings.